Question number 2. You are facing a panel as an applicant for a job. The first question was treated in the first video. Question number 2. Why do you want this job? Wow. Do you know what they are looking for? They want to know if you are genuinely interested in them. You know, when I was talking about 5 things you need to have in mind before you go for interview, in the other video, I said study the company. You know, like, I will keep using football. If you're not a fan of football, please forgive me. You know, when you hear players saying that, since I was a child, I've always loved this club. And even while I was playing for another club, a rival club, I've always wanted to play for this club. So playing for this club today is a dream come true. I've heard players say that a lot, like Francis Fabregas from Spain, where he was playing for Arsenal. Because of his love for Arsenal, this boy became like the youngest captain I've seen. That's Captain Africa. Arsenal. You know, there's this love. So they want to, when they're asking you, why do you want this job? They want to know that you are genuinely interested. It's not just the money. So that's why you talk about the company. You know, I told you one of the tips. I said study the company. So you need to tell them, okay, I've been observing, I've been studying about this company, I've been researching on this company, and this company really matches my interest and skills. You know, by the time they hear that interest and skills, I want this job because of it matches my skills and interests. I also like your company. So there's a thin line between patronizing them and genuinely liking them. So don't make it look so superficial. Okay, like you overly praise. I think I mentioned it sometime in the past video. Like, you know, just say I'm interested in this company because it matches my vision. It matches my. I've studied. In the year 2025, this company won an award. This company was able to produce this, and these were what customers were saying. And I always wish to have been part of that team that won that. So that's why when I see myself today, I'm already seeing myself as being the part that's going to win the next. You know, there's a way you talk, and even if you are not truthful, do you get it? People will like, this guy. So when we are doing the formative discussion, when the panelist when panelist leaves before the next when the applicant leaves before the next one comes in, we talk about the person's attitude. Okay, we talk about the person's communication skill as well. You know, so when you tell them I'm interested in this company because I've studied this company over time and I see what they've won, you know, that will actually win the hearts of the panelists. Like, this person knows us, so he's not just coming in as a total stranger. He's been with us, but in the spirits, he's been with us mentally, and now he wants to be part of our team physically. So that's a good one. So be very careful how you answer that question. Then the next question, and don't forget to say you want to add value. Okay, you still want to add value to the company. Okay, so this one will be treating the second and third question. The third question says, what are your strengths? What are your strengths? So here they don't want to talk about the negative parts. They want to hear what are your strengths. Like, what do you do right? Okay, what are people praising you for? So that's what they want to hear here. So they want good qualities, and such qualities as reliability. I'm very reliable. You know, even in my past company, even I was third in command in the rank, but the owner, the managing director can easily leave the company under my control for a week when they travel out for training, and they don't see any reason to be worried, because I have learned over time leadership. You know, I'm very reliable even at my work, what I do. You know, so you have to state why you're reliable. Some of the things, give measurable evidence. Okay, why you are reliable. And that good quality we are looking at is quick to learn. So that is why the humility comes in. See, let me tell you something. Humility pays. Even the Bible says something about God resists the proud and gives grace to the humble, right? All the biblical people in the house, you know what I'm talking about. So always let them know that you are very fast at learning and you are willing to learn, even with your wealth of experience, your wealth of knowledge. You have your PhD, but still let them know that you want to learn. What you're bringing in something, and while you're learning, it will even make you work better with the company because you're learning the culture. Every company has a culture, even if they produce the same thing. Like Pepsi, Coca-Cola, they both belong to the Coca-Cola body company, but the Pepsi department has a culture that may be a bit different from the Coca-Cola department. Do you get it? So every company has a culture, even if they produce the same thing. You need to come in, even if you are coming from a similar company, from a rival company, you still need to learn the culture of this company. Okay, like I work in a premier school. I work in one of the best schools in Nigeria. But our culture here is different from other premier school. So we have friends that have crossed over to another school, and they'll tell you that also crossed over to another international school. They'll tell you, here, hey, bro, it's a different ball game here. Like the culture here is so different from ours. You get it? But we all go for the same seminars, private scholarship, association. We go for trainings week long. We mix with staff from different primary schools, but at the end of the day, we still we have different culture, you know. And also, as a HR person, as also I've been panelist. I've been a panelist for 5 years for different companies at different times, for interview. I also see that people that come from different companies that are also related to the company we are interviewing candidates for, they seem to say some strange things that they are bringing for. I was like, oh, that happens in that company. Sometimes you hear some funny things like, so that company as good as they are, so they still do this. It's not that they are trying to talk down that company, but it's their culture. It's the culture they are bringing in. So when they come in, that's why we have the orientation program. We have everything. We have the key performance indicators that will be given to them. We take them through the training because you are entering a different company. You get it? So you need to. That's what they're asking you. What are your positives? So tell them you want to learn. You want to learn the culture. You want to learn the things that will help you to succeed here, to promote this company. So, like, they want to see collaboration skills, teamwork. I have worked with different teams, and I'm a team player. In fact, I believe in collaboration. I believe in a pair sharing ideas, and because nobody's an island of knowledge. Nobody knows it all. I believe in asking questions to my fellow team members, my superiors. I believe in guidance, and I am very fast at learning. So these are your strengths, and they will be happy to hear such from you. Okay, so we are moving to, because I don't want every video to be too long. So the first one was the first question. The second video was the second and third question. So which is this particular video. Then the next video, I hope it will be able to take the fourth and fifth question. Then before I have the final tips. So watch out for the fourth and fifth question.